Hey guys, I've got a war recap for you today from Phoenix Allstar. This is a recap from our most latest war from last night. Just finished after I'd gone to bed, because the war search did take ages. We had about 16 opted in for war 17, something like that. So I brought across a really tiny mini account that I'm just sort of playing around with. So we've got Brightpinkstar. I got a new device, so I was playing around. So it's only got a clan castle, a king, and a level 1 cannon for defence. That's it. And we've obviously maxed out at Town Hall 7, apart from the king, really. And then it's just got to Town Hall 8. So we've still got a Town Hall 7 sort of war army on this account. So I brought it in to try and make up the numbers, but it kind of backfired because the search took about an hour and a half to match us, because I think it was struggling. So when we did get the match, we did get completely outnumbered, sort of in terms of the actual Town Hall levels. I think we had 5 Town Hall 10s, and they had something like 11, but a lot of their sort of lower Town Hall 10s were kind of a 9.5 or quite rushed. So this is, I think they're trying to do like a 9.5, but obviously they've got some Town Hall 8 defence, so it's, I don't really, is that 9.25? I don't know what that is. So they were quite low, but also our Town Hall 8s were outnumbered as well. So I did think we'd got kind of a bit of a bad match. When we actually looked at some of the top players, and looked at the war stars that they had, I'll just go on to that. You can see here, if I just go into the profile, he's got 785 war stars, so that's quite a lot of war stars. If you have a look at the one of the other ones, 785. So this isn't really a clan, they're level 7, they're not really a noob clan at war or anything like that. If you compare it to Bob, he's got 285, so we haven't really got that many war stars on our profiles. Also looking at some of the top bases, you can see there the Crazy Kenny, they're number 1. It's a reasonably tough base, looks quite maxed apart from walls and a few hero levels. Level 40 heroes on this, although the cannons and the air defence are a bit lower. That's their number 3 there, Brisky. So there's they weren't particularly easy up at the top. That one's quite rushed, low level heroes, but then max infernos and max wizard towers. Don't know why you'd have a level 16 queen at Town Hall 10 and then have max infernos. It seems like you're going to drive your weight up far too fast. So let's look at some attack replays. This one's my attack on number 2. We did have a maintenance break during the war, so for the Halloween update, so we did lose some of our replays. But this one, you can see it's quite a spread out based. It's almost maxed apart from so I think some of the cannons and air defence. I don't know about the traps, but we've got max heroes to deal with, and we've also got a single inferno. So I'm just using Mass Golem. Sorry for the lag on this recording. Just using Mass Golem and 4 jumps, so the Hound and the Loons just come out of the clan castle. And this one I decided to attack away from the Queen and the single inferno. The reason being is I just thought that with the Queen, the single inferno, and then possibly triggering the clan castle from that side, I just thought it were too much to deal with all in the one go. So I decided to attack from the other way. So you can see that single inferno is just locking on to all the golems and taking those out. We're up to 46%, and there's some golems in the core, which the single inferno is just going to absolutely wipe out. We've taken the Town Hall, so we've got the 2-star. I hate these single infernos. At times they can really, it's not so bad if you're using witches, but if you're using kind of tanky troops, they just take them out. It can take your hero down in the king down in a second sometimes if you don't watch for the ability. So the Queen's just stuck in the core. I'm not sure what she's shooting at there exactly. The king, I've just used his ability to take out the defensive Queen. So we're up to 68%. There's no golems left, unfortunately, because the single inferno has taken them all down. The king's just gone down there, so the queen's still got her ability left, but there's nothing to tank for her. So you can see she's under fire quite a lot now. We're just going to have to pop the ability there. So we're up to 78%. If we had have had a golem or two, or the king survived to sort of tank for the queen, we might have been able to get the 3-star here, but you can see that she's just getting taken out there. Oh, actually, nope, she's managed to survive. She almost got taken out there. So we're up to 86%. I think one hit's going to sort of kill her. There she goes. So 86%, I don't think it was particularly bad. So this one's a defence on Venusaur, and the attackers are Town Hall 8, and they're using level 3 dragons. They did a few of this. Usually if we've used all those attacks down low and they can't get any stars, our Town Hall 8s, I just say attack where, you know, attack as high as you can get 50%, because I don't really like people to, you know, lose getting a loot bonus if we win. So I don't know why they were all quite a lot of them were attacking really high, which was a bit weird. So you can see these dragons are just going into the centre. I've just sort of sped it up a little bit there. Just taking out the queen, which they did quite well actually, to say they're only level 3, and that air defence. But it just amused me for quite a while, because the air blowers, they were trying to take out the clan castle, and the air blowers are just blowing the dragon alternate ways. So as soon as they get anywhere near it, they just kept blowing about. I think I'd have just ended it there, but it was quite entertaining to watch. Give me a chuckle anyway. You can see he's got a king and a dragon left, which is just deploying. It's just out of camera shot at the moment. Those dragons are just going down. So you can see he's no chance of getting the 50%. The king's going to go down. He's getting healed by the healer, but he's just going to go down there. And then the healer, it's just bye-bye to her. So yeah, a bit of a kind of strange way to use your attacks up, I'd probably say. So we're going to have a look at another attack. This one's by Venusaur on their number 6. There, so Venusaur's Town Hall 10. So he's just using Earthquake on the west to open up the base. And then he's just clumped his golems all in one area, which I think it'd probably been better to spread them rather than just drop them all on one go. Now I think the problem with this attack was that at this point, just before that point where the gold mine went down, if you'd have dropped the P.E.K.K.A.s then, they'd have probably followed inside, but the P.E.K.K.A.s were dropped way too late along with the heroes, and then they just decided to go around the outside. So any sort of attempt at a funnel sort of went out the window once that gold mine went down, because you needed that to pull the troops into the core. So you can see there's a lot going on in the core. There's quite a few wizards there. And I did think at that point they might get the town hall, but they've been distracted by the enemy king and gone down the bottom side. There's still some P.E.K.K.A.s have actually gone inside. I think there's 2 there. There's a jump spell, so the golems are just jumping out through to take that mortar out. The P.E.K.K.A.s are just going to go on and take out that crossbow, but you can see there, as soon as the P.E.K.K.A. gets anywhere near those Teslas, it just gets taken out too quick, so it can't take down the town hall. A free spell on those Teslas would have probably got the town hall down at that point, which is a bit of a shame really, because we did advise Wayne not to take any frees, because really there were no infernos, so you shouldn't really need it. So we're up to 82%. You can see there's the king down at the bottom. It's just used the ability. The queen's at the top. Just use the ability on her. Try and take out some of those Teslas. So the Teslas are just going down, but the queen's under quite a lot of fire, so she's just going to die. She just managed to take one out, which is quite useful. So we've just really got the king left, who doesn't have much health, and I don't know what that wall breaker's doing. Not a right lot. So there's just a king and a few barbs, and they're just trying to take out that Tesla and wizard tower there. So in some ways it'd have been nice if the king, you know, if there'd have been an opening for the king to get in to get the town hall, and then go for the wizard tower. So the king's on the verge of death, should we say. He's just getting through that wall. Luckily it's a lower level wizard tower, so it's really who's going to win. So the king's got no health left whatsoever. One hit had killed him. So he's just going for the town hall. We're at 99% and the time's just running out, so he's not going to get that town hall. So I think this has to be one of the most unlucky attacks. I mean, the initial deployment wasn't great, but to get 99% 1 star, it's kind of unlucky. So at this point, we'd pretty much used all our attacks, and the other clan was 2 stars ahead of us, and we only had Metacom and a couple of other lower levels, Town Hall 9s to attack. So I went to bed, I conceded defeat, and then Meta came on about half an hour before the end. Only place he could get any 2 stars, which would have tied the war, was to attack number 6 and 3-star it. So Meta, bearing in mind with the Venusaur's Town Hall 10, and he managed to get the 1 star on it, albeit 99%. Meta's actually a Town Hall 9, so you probably wouldn't be too hopeful that we were going to get anything out of this war. But he's using a Go Wee Wee combo. He's got a few hogs there just to help out the defence. So the troops are just going in now. You can see there's they're under rage, which is really helping them out. The hogs are still going as well, which is pretty good actually, because the defences are being distracted, so the hogs are really helping out. Although there's only a few, they are really helping out. The Inferno up at the top, it is only a level 1, but it is just starting to lock onto some troops. It's got hold of the king, but luckily the king's jumped over and taken that out. So we're up to 69%. I think looking at the war log, this attack was done, it says last moment, so it's got to have been in the last maybe 3 or 4 minutes of war. It really was the last minute. So he's just used the queen's ability there. She's gone for the elixir store because she's greedy. We wanted to go for the cannon, but she's locked onto that now. Luckily the cannon had locked onto her archers and avoided taking her out. Random poison spell in the centre. I don't think there were any skeletons or anything for him to use that on. I think he was just using that up. So we're just really waiting now. There's no defence down, but it's just all about time and if there's any traps. There's a witch up at the top, but if the witch walks over a giant bomb, she's just going to go down. So the queen's just walked over a couple of giant bombs at the bottom, and she's luckily just got a bit of health left. So giant bomb's taken out some skeletons up at the top. So at 95%. We're just taking out that last dark elixir drill. So that's 3 stars for Meta, which was the other clan must be absolutely gutted, because at the end we tied the war, but we just got it on total destruction. So it just shows you really that all those extra sort of percentages, they can sort of make all the difference in this kind of war. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you did like it or you do like my channel, please click on the subscribe button, it really helps. Also give the video a like, that really helps me as well. Otherwise I'll see you in the next video. Stay cool and keep clashing.